Welcome back everyone, you're watching the training week from July 22nd, where the weekly focus was building some more gymnastics conditioning. You'll see a lot more of my strength clips this week. As far as skills, I'm pretty much just focusing on the same stuff as usual, but the highlights were me peaking in a Honma to support and pretty much a held cross on the Saturday. It was a little bit high, but I definitely stopped for a second or two. Over on the Patreon, the next project is going to be Origins of the Kierzkowski, which, if you aren't aware, is the stretched Piatti half twist to mix that was submitted to the Code of Points way back in '09 World Championships. So I found some clips of Adam from Poland doing the Kierzkowski in podium training and then competing it at the 2009 World Championship. So I filmed a bunch of stuff. And man, that guy had a toughie of it. I don't remember, but I think much like my own skill, it took him at least a couple tries to get it in the competition. So that's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, this particular week, I feel like I was a bit more low-key at the start of the week, doing a bit more basics. So for example, you'll see more Heelys on the mats on the Monday rather than sending it on the bar. And my reasoning behind that is, I was trying to kind of do a little bit of skills at the start and at the end of the week, but because it still hurts the shoulder post-surgery, I thought, well, why not use the first part of the week to kind of work a bit more on my physical conditioning. The basics of the basics. So like last week, just doing those very small P-bar swings and support and ensuring that I'm using both shoulders evenly, not just favoring my good arm. Inevitably what happens is if something hurts, your body just really quickly finds a way to compensate to avoid that pain. So when you go really slowly through those ranges of motion, in this case I'm talking about just a regular swing to horizontal on P-bars. When you go slowly, really consciously, you can feel what your body's doing a bit better and make sure it's even. Now, gym high bar clips of the week. This update is next level. Like this just exceeds all expectations. The bar now has 5 levels of bounce. So if you click that arrow, the second to last icon on the top right there, and you click the number, you can go all the way from 0 up to 5. 0 being no bounce at all, just like it used to be, and 5 being just like an extremely soft bar. So I've been having a lot of fun with the game, but I haven't been having much fun on floor. Anyone with bad patella tendonitis knows that a short takeoff like that takes you out for a week, and I knew in that moment, yep, that's it, that's my last turn. So you won't see me back on floor until Saturday later that week. So yeah, I didn't actually see that the high bar clip started, but man, check out the gym high bar update. It's a lot more fun with that bouncy bar. So we'll keep that one going for for as long as I'm still entertained by that game. I think that's going to be a long time. I am proudly at about 11.5k regrasps. And there's a menu over there where you can actually see who's got the most regrasps on the planet, and I think it's like it's definitely over 100,000, but it's like well over 100,000. So I don't know who those people are, but either they found like a really quick release you can do over and over again, or that they just play literally all day, which isn't surprising. It's a really good game for a gymnast. So we're sitting at Tuesday. The form on the peaches is back. The shoulder's feeling better. The week after this, I've had a bit of a quantum leap, but I'll explain that in the following week. But you'll see there's a cameraman there. So there is a TV crew working on a gymnastics documentary in New Zealand, and they've been filming clips here and there from some of the TriStar athletes and athletes kind of all over the country, really. And so if all goes to plan, their pitch to TVNZ will be successful, and TVNZ will give them the go-ahead to actually produce this documentary. But so far it's kind of been a producing pretty much a trailer to pitch to TV New Zealand. So that'll be an exciting project if that comes to fruition. The double back fulls on P-bar are coming along pretty well. Like I'm not scared of it anymore. That's the fun part, that I'm not actually scared anymore to throw that half. And I took a bit of a stepping stone on Tuesday, where I tried some open double backs over the hard bar with a 30 centimeter mat. So you'll see that with David Colvin next Tuesday. Massive thanks to Patreons who supported David Colvin's flight. David Colvin's flight was fully funded by our Patreons, so big thanks to you. And it's pretty cool that I can do that I can fly David up just because I have a YouTube channel that gets a couple of hundred views per video. So yeah, appreciate it. It's pretty cool. So I think we're still sitting at Tuesday here, going a bit gentler into the Gaylord taps and saving it for the second half of the week, which I did do another Gaylord at the end of the week. So Tuesday was my first kind of feeler of cross. You'll see I'm just under halfway down, so I wanted to kind of see what it felt like to really contract at full capacity, and I was pleasantly surprised. It didn't really hurt. I think ring strength is going to be more of my joints just getting used to it again. Like the elbows pretty much is the worst of it. Now, one reason I'm taking a lot of time now to just kind of go back to basics is, I still can't do a press to handstand from straddle. I can press from straddle stand, but from straddle L, you'll see me doing these little motions there. That's literally as far as I can go. So there are very specific areas where the arm still needs a lot of work to get back to, full mobility, I suppose. Flares 2 in a row. Looks like the legs are a bit wider than they were last week. Do you reckon I can get back to where I was? I think I was doing like 8 or so before on that low flat mushroom. Man, that was fun. That was really fun. It's fun to see yourself doing skills that you never really could do in the past. Those are some of the more entertaining, enjoyable bits for me. So like I said last week, I'm back on some checks, and I made a couple on this bike here. So floor is pretty much at full capacity now. The only thing I can't really do freely is flick flack. I have a feeling that pommel is going to be the next apparatus that I'll actually be able to train all my skills. I'm doing a lot on P-bar, like I'm doing the Peach 1 Healy. You'll see that at the end of the week again. I'm doing, the double back full twist training, and I'm doing Gaylords on high bar. But I know that skills like the Giants and Giant Diamondov on P-bar, like Coleman's and kind of full capacity over grip skills on high bar, Zoli Min even, those are going to take a long time to get back to, maybe more than a year even. So pommel horse on the other hand, I think, not that I ever had many skills to begin with, but who knows, maybe I might add a skill or two. Unlikely though, because you only need 8 skills now. So, but you always got to make room for some fun, for some challenges. Keeping the legs together on the stoop halves, still not, not on a handstand, but I feel like I'm on the right track. Like that one had the shoulders open a bit more. We're at about 45 degrees. And I did a bit more of an aggressive Gaylord tap this day. And again, just doing like one set of them. Okay, so here's me with a weight vest. Here comes the gymnastics strength side of things. So in that weight vest, 12 kgs in 1 kg kind of stones. The vest itself is a couple of kgs, so we're sitting at around 14 kilos. And I'm doing all the basic gymnastics, strength, core, arms, legs. I do at the gym twice a week, so you won't see me doing much leg strength at the gymnastics club. That's that's a weights gym sort of thing. some single arm planks, getting that shoulder a little bit in front of my hand. And just like that press to handstand, it's where that arm is quite close to my torso that I get the impingement, some pain. Not sure why I didn't train on Friday. Maybe I was a bit sore after that strength. And that's only some of what I do, you know. There's a lot of weights and handstand push-ups and whatnot that goes on behind the scenes as well. Maybe I'll include some of those in next week's clip. So just did a little bit of floor. Didn't go forwards because that knee was still not quite fully back to normal after the short takeoff from Tuesday. But like most weeks, I kind of end up peaking on that. It's either Friday, Saturday usually. Either I have a good Friday and lay low on Saturday, or I just have a really good Saturday. So Peaches are looking more like it there. Pretty sure I did a decent Peach 1 Healy with a mat. And I'm not sure when I'm going to start trying it without mat. But I think a good call would be to wait until I can swing to handstand like really nice and symmetrically, even when it's slow. When you put a lot of swing into it, you know, you don't have to use as much strength, so you get away with a bit less pain. But I want to make sure I can pass through that range, you know, properly using a good shoulder contraction. So there you go, pretty clean. And I believe the first caught Honmas since surgery. Started things off with a tuck, couple of tucks, and decided to try a couple of pikes. And you know, pleasant surprise, it didn't bother me at all. Which makes sense, because I remember the doc telling me that lifting the arm up sideways like that is what activates the supraspinatus muscle. But here, when you're pushing down like a cross, for instance, you're obviously doing the complete opposite of that movement. And doing 3 double back fulls for good measure. So I think we're pretty much at the end of the week here. I did release a Gaylord. I chose Gaylord over stoop halves. A good friend Gerrit was in, so Gerrit was my designated mat slider, and I did a couple of crosses after the high bar sesh. A bit far, but you know, one and done, slowly but surely. I can't wait to get back to them properly. So there you go. Slightly above the rings, but a solid 2-second hold. Took this one a little bit lower. And this leads us to the world clip of the week. Thanks to Royal Dunkers for sending me this. But it's no surprise that Fumi, he's always all over my Instagram feed, does a double back full. Now, Fumi can literally kick out to a straight body shape in his double pike. I'm sure you've seen some of those clips. But still, you see here he's twisting away from the bar. And that skewage right at the end is the interesting bit, that even for a guy like him, twisting away from the bar is still difficult to finish that skewage, and that's where Jordan did such a good job last week. So thanks for watching, all the best, till next time.